Hey guys, OGL Binding here, bringing you guys my GDL Season 1 Week 2 Team Builder for my game against AA Round 2420 in his Calgary Infernapes, one of the commercial leagues. So huge shouts to him for, considering me for a coaching spot. Again, I really do appreciate that. Be sure to go check him out and all the other coaches down in the description below. But yeah, with that being said, it's obviously going to be a team builder just to kind of give you guys my thought process and all that stuff into going into the matchup when I'm bringing the six, I'm bringing like movesets, EVs, all that good stuff, because that's honestly my favorite format. So I figured having a separate video to showcase that, while not, cluttering the actual battle video for the people who necessarily wouldn't be interested in that, is probably my best move and all this stuff. But yeah, with that being said, I do just want to jump right in the matchup to make this video as short as possible, not make it drag on too long. But if you did forget our team, it consists of the Gengar, Cinderace, Rotom-Mow, Araquanid, Avalugg, Kingler, Togekiss, Galarian, Stunfisk, Haxorus, and Scrafty. While my opponent's team is on screen down below, as you can see, it consists of the Tyranitar, Copperajah, Surfetch, oh my gosh, I almost blanked on the same, Flygon, Charizard, Marini, Reuniclus, Rillaboom, Galarian, Rapidash, and Drillbur, with his Dynamax captain being the Drillbur. So that's something we have to watch out for, especially in sand with that T-Tar. It can actually be pretty scary versus our team, so we do have to, be ready for all that good stuff. But, yeah, very, very scary team. Very bulky, but also some, those bulky offensive threats, just like the Reuniclus, the Tyranitar, Copperajah. Very scary under Trick Room, too. This really scary Trick Room offense team. But I think we do have the squad in order to potentially win the game and all that good stuff. So, yeah, without further ado, I do want to jump right into the first on. As you can see on your screen, it's going to be our Scrafty right here, rocking out the leftovers, Intimidate ability, Drain Punch, Taunt, and Bulk Up. 244 HP, 44 attack, 4 defense, 28 speed def, and 188 speed with a careful nature. Now, this mod's actually a potentially really, really good win con, especially if I don't see the Galarian Rapidash. Bulk Up Scrafty can actually kind of go crazy on his team, especially with the taunt aspect of it and stuff like that too. We chip down the Surfetch, or we get rid of it if it's not there. And the Galarian Rapidash, and this mod honestly just kind of wins. We can Drain Punch, Taunt, Crunch and Bulk Up to our way to victory. It's also going to be my main check to his really scary core, being the Tyranitar and the Reuniclus. I think we can actually always take a Focus Blast from a +1 Reuniclus. No special attack, so if he's like a defensive call mindset, we actually take a +1 Focus Blast with our HP plus Speed Def, and then we believe we threw the rest into attack. Other than our speed, obviously, our speed is for a T-Tar, creeping a no-speed Togekiss. So we'll have enough speed for T-Tar if he elects to run that much. I don't want to run too much speed into my Scrafty if I didn't need to, though, for something like a max speed T-Tar, because I definitely don't see that coming in all honesty. So I figured that was my safest bet while still saving enough room for some bulk and all that stuff. So yeah, it's going to be Scrafty this week. It's actually a pretty solid win con. It's a pretty solid defensive and offensive check to two of his scarier mons on the team. Next up, we have our Kingler making his return after going crazy in Week 1 against Monotui last week. Rocking out the Life Orb, Sheer Force ability, Agility, Liquidation, X-Scissor, and High Horsepower, 36 HP, max attack, and 220 speed with an adamant nature. Now, if you didn't see our Week 1 game, obviously, you probably wouldn't know, and I haven't said it so right here, but Kingler is our Gigantamax captain, and it does almost as well as it did last week by matchup. It goes crazy on him, especially if you just get an agility up. His whole team pretty much drops to a Dynamax Kingler with a little bit of chip. The only really scary thing is going to be that Marini, but we do pack a high horsepower for that thing. So with a little bit of chip on it, we can actually knock it out with a max ground move, which is obviously super, super clean. We have enough speed on this guy for a Surfetch creeping max speed Scrafty, so we should outspeed everything below that. And with how slow his team is, Kingler, depending on the matchup and what he brings, I might not even need to get that agility up. I could just go crazy and click Liquidation, X-Scissor, High Horsepower. X-Scissor is obviously for that Rillaboom. With a little bit of chip, we can knock it out with a max Flutter Beat, which is obviously really cool. And we also take a hit from it in our Dynamax form, just due to our double HP and our pretty beefy defense stats. So Kingler's a really, really good win con this week. If we can get up an agility, depending on the team he's building, or if he brings like hard Trick Room versus me, this one can honestly just Dynamax up and claim a bunch of kills. This thing is incredibly threatening versus my opponent, especially if you chip down stuff like Marini and Rillaboom 4 in the late game. So yeah, that's going to be Kingler. Again, very, very solid this game. Next up, we have our Cinderace rocking out the heavy-duty boots, Blaze ability, Power Ball, U-turn, Court Change, and Low Kick. 92 HP, 212 attack, and 204 speed with an Adamant Nature. Another pretty solid mon. Other than stuff like Marini, we hit his team pretty hard with this guy. Nothing really wants to switch in an Adamant Pyro Ball other than that, other than maybe T-Tar, which we obviously are carrying the Low Kick for, so if we do get a little bit of chip on that, we confirm it's not, Chopple or anything like that. We can obviously Low Kick it to the next dimension and all that good stuff. This also serves as our hazard control this game. If he wants to try and set up some rocks and all that good stuff on us, we can always, Court Change those guys away onto our opponent's side of the field, because as you're going to see in a minute, we're actually not packing rocks ourselves. We actually didn't bring them on that could even carry rocks, potentially, so I think Court Change is a nice option to switch that up on them and all that good stuff. We also have U-turn for momentum. Power Ball hits very hard. We have enough speed for Rapidash creeping our Haxorus, so we're speed creeping him, speed creeping our Haxorus, allowing us to go with that Adamant, nature and get a little bit more oomph out of it. Heavy Dew Boots, obviously, so we don't take that rock chip because I do expect them to go up. And this is going to be my hazard control, so I much preferred if it wasn't taking that rocks chip when it was coming in to Court Change them over onto the other side and all that good stuff. We have enough attack to Oko, I think it's max HP Tyranitar. That's what I have in my notes. I could be completely wrong, but I think it's enough to Oko max HP Tyranitar with Low Kick if we do get the opportunity in order to click that. However, I probably will click U-turn the first time, not knowing what his item is and all that stuff, or not knowing his exact spread. Obviously, just to be a little bit safer in that, because I do consider it's pretty important in this game, and can do some pretty decent damage to my opponent. So hopefully Cinderace is able to put in the finest of work. It didn't get to come out on the field last week, so hopefully it does this week, and it does well. Next up, we have Togekiss rocking out with the Charty Berry, Serene Grace ability, Air Slash, Nasty Plot, or Sphere, and Morning Sun. 164 HP, 4 defense, 156 special attack, and 180 speed with a modest nature. Now, Togekiss right here, another really big problem for his team, especially if you bring slower Trick Room offense. This Mon can honestly kind of go crazy on them. Nasty Plot plus Air Slash and Aura Sphere hits his team incredibly hard. It's another reason I think potential Chopple T-Tar might come, just because we have a lot of fighting coverage on our team with Gengar and, our Cinderace and all that stuff. I would not be surprised if Chopple T-Tar came at all. But if he's not Chopple T-Tar, we do have enough special attack to... Oh, no, I'm wrong. That's not what the special attack is. The special attack is actually to always 3 at KO max HP for Uniplus, which is Air Slash before Nasty Plot and all that stuff. So that's obviously really nice if we can flinch that thing down 3 at KO. We just need to get 2 flinches on it. And I hate saying that like that's my game plan, because it's definitely not, but I figured it's something that we could potentially have. Being that Serene Grace is our ability, and we do have that 60% chance, so I figured it's something that's nice to have. We have enough speed for, let me look, we have enough speed also for the Surfetch creeping Scrafty, so we're hitting the same stat as our Kingler right here. Didn't really do much other than that. Charty Berry is nice for just potential rock coverage on his team, from stuff like T-Tar, from the Flygon especially. It's going to be our main Flygon check as well. And then we have Morning Sun for longevity. I know it's not the best in Sun, because I believe Morning Sun is actually one of those. Yeah, I think it's cut in half in Sun, so we'll only be getting 25% back. But if Sun isn't up, Sand. Bleh. If Sand isn't up, that's obviously a really nice recovery option for us, since we don't have access to Roost, unfortunately. I almost do Wish on there, but it's just not as reliable in getting us back HP on Togekiss, and I don't really see myself really needing to Wish Pass too much, other than potentially into our Scrafty when the T-Tar comes in on this. But regardless, I think Scrafty will be able to check and do some well with his leftovers and Drain Punching up stuff and all that good stuff. So yeah, I think Togekiss is very solid in this game too. Another potential win con in the back. And yeah, next up we have our Gengar rocking out with the Pulver Berry, Curse Body ability, Shadow Ball, Focus Blast, Nasty Plot, and Taunt. 44 HP, 4 defense, 236 special attack, 4 speed def, and 220 speed with a timid nature. Now, Gengar is another Mon that kind of eats my opponent alive. If we can get up a Nasty Plot and do chip down things like T-Tar and Copper, his team just kind of loses to him. I'll be 100% honest. He does not deal with Nasty Plot like Gengar very well at all. That's another reason, again, I really do expect Chopple on T-Tar. But nonetheless, we are Cold-Blooded, so we'll be able to take that one hit from T-Tar no matter what. We have enough HP to live a Jolly Crunch after rocks if he is Scarfed and he outspeeds us, and all that good stuff. So we'll definitely take a Pursuit and all that good stuff too if we want to throw off 2 Focus Blasts and knock it out, which is obviously really, really nice for us. We have enough speed for the Galarian Rapidash. I didn't really bother creeping creeps like we did with Cinderace, because we're going to have to go timid either way, and I figured it doesn't really benefit from the extra bulk too much because we can still live that T-Tar hit while having a good amount of special attack. So I figured it was just a little bit better to just creep max speed rapid dash in that case. But yeah, and then we have taunt for his more passive stuff. Like if we can come in on like a Marini, we can taunt that and go to town from there. We can get a last ditch taunt on Reuniclus if it starts setting up on us. That can obviously be very, very scary. So I figured taunt was a nice last move to have. It didn't really need any other coverage than Ghost and Fighting. So yeah, gonna be Gengar right here, another really potential great pawn in this game. And then lastly, we have Rotom rocking out the leftovers, Levitate ability, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Foul Play, and Leaf Storm. Max HP, 28 defense, 92 special attack, Force for Death, and 132 speed with a bold nature. This is gonna be just a nice little bulky pivot this game, honestly. It pivots into stuff like the Flygon very well, which is actually really, really annoying for this team, especially with Rocks up, because Togepi does not appreciate that in the slightest. We have enough speed for Surfetch, Creeping Scrafty. Same speed stat that Big Eugene and Nimbus are hitting right here. So Burn's going to be able to outspeed the Surfetch, hopefully. And then we have enough special attack to hit KO Surfetch if he's like no bulk Surfetch for some reason. However, I don't really expect a no bulk Surfetch. That would be pretty odd, but nonetheless, it was nice to hit. And then we just do the rest of the HP and defense just to take those physical hits a little bit better. There's a nice pivot into stuff like T-Tar. Because we'll definitely be able to take a hit, Volt Switch out, and all that good stuff if we don't want to take a bunch of damage on our Scrafty, because he is very, very important for the Reuniclus later in the game. But yeah, that's going to be our 6 this week. I really like this build. I hope it does well. Hopefully we can pick up another dub and go 2-0 on the season, but we definitely have our work cut out for us. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new, be sure to subscribe, all that good stuff, just to catch our games as they go up each week. Battle should be going up tomorrow, obviously. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, but I think I'm going to get out of here. Later.